All right, let's talk about that really specific, kind of awful feeling you get on Instagram. You know the one where you're pretty sure someone has restricted you, but you just can't prove it. Well, today we're going to get to the bottom of it and figure out how you can know for sure.
Yeah, it's that subtle shift, right? You just can't shake it. One day you're interacting with someone normally, and the next, it just feels different. You can't exactly put your finger on what it is, but your gut is screaming that something is definitely off.
So, what does that off feeling actually look like? Well, maybe you're leaving comments that used to get a quick like or even a reply, and now, crickets, absolute silence. Or maybe your DMs just sit there unsent, never turning to seen, even though you know for a fact they've been online. It's like you've suddenly become a ghost in their feed.
So what's the deal here? Well, let me introduce you to the most likely culprit, Instagram's restrict feature. The best way to think about it is like a soft block. It's for people who want to put some distance between you and them, but they want to do it quietly, without all the drama that comes with a full-on block.
Okay, so how do we actually find out if this is happening to you? It's time to put on our detective hats, because there's one method that's more reliable than any other. We're calling it the ultimate comment test.
And it's actually pretty simple, just 4 steps. Step 1, find one of their recent posts. Step 2, leave a totally normal, casual comment. Nothing weird, just something like, cool photo. Now, step 3 is the most important part. You need to either log into a different Instagram account, like a spam account or a business one, or you can ask a friend you trust to help you out. And for the final step, from that other account, you go to the post and see if your comment is there.
The results of this little experiment are super clear. If your friend or your other account can see the comment, great. You can breathe a sigh of relief, you are not restricted. But if you can see your comment when you're logged in, but it's totally gone when you look from that other account, well, that's it. That's the smoking gun. It's the most definitive sign that you have, in fact, been restricted.
But what if you can't do the comment test? I mean, maybe they haven't posted anything in months, or you don't have another account and you don't want to ask a friend. What then? Well, don't worry. There are other clues we can look for. It's time to gather some more evidence.
Yeah, this is a really common problem, and it's super frustrating when the one surefire method is off the table. So if you can't check their comments, we have to shift our focus. We need to start looking for smaller, more subtle clues, specifically in your DMs and other direct interactions.
Okay, so there are 2 big things to keep an eye out for here. First up, your direct messages. Take a look at your chat with them. Are your messages always, and I mean always, stuck on sent? Do they never ever change to seen? That's a huge clue, because when you're restricted, your messages get secretly moved to their message requests folder, and those don't show read receipts. The second clue is their activity status. You know, that little green dot or the active 15 minutes ago text. If you used to see that for them and now it's just gone, that's another potential red flag.
But, and this is a really big but, you have to take these clues with a grain of salt. They are not foolproof. Lots of people turn off their activity status just for privacy, and let's be real, some people are just terrible at checking their DMs. So, one of these signs on its own doesn't really mean anything. You're looking for a pattern. If you see both of these things happening together, consistently, then you can be a lot more confident.
Okay, so this brings up a really important question. What's the difference between being restricted and being blocked? Because they are not the same thing at all, and knowing which is crucial for figuring out where you actually stand with this person.
So let's break this down side by side. If you're restricted, you can still go to their profile, you can see all their posts, everything looks normal to you. But if you're blocked, poof, their profile's just gone. You can't find them in search, nothing. When it comes to comments, if you're restricted, your comments are just invisible to everyone else. If you're blocked, you can't even leave a comment in the first place. See the pattern? Restriction is about limiting you, while blocking is about completely removing you from their world.
So here's the bottom line. Restriction is sneaky. It's subtle. It's designed to create distance without you necessarily even knowing it's happening. Blocking, on the other hand, is a sledgehammer. It's loud, it's obvious, and it sends a very clear message. Go away. It's a total shutdown.
Okay, so you've done the investigation, you've looked at the clues, and you're pretty darn sure that you've been restricted. That kind of sucks. So the million-dollar question is, now what? What do you actually do about it?
And this really is the core of it, isn't it? You've got 2 main paths. Do you confront them about it? Maybe send a text and ask what's up? Or do you just let it go? And look, there is no one-size-fits-all answer here. It really truly depends on your relationship with this person and what you feel comfortable doing.
So let's play this out. On the one hand, what are the pros of addressing it? Well, for starters, you could actually get some clarity and stop wondering, which would be nice. If things have been tense between you two, maybe this could lead to some closure. And hey, you never know, it could have been a total accident or a misunderstanding that you could easily fix just by talking about it.
But then there's the other side of the coin. What are the cons? Well, it could get super awkward. I mean, they restricted you to avoid confrontation, right? So bringing it up might just create a whole bunch of drama. And what if they just flat out deny it?
Then you're left feeling confused and maybe a little crazy. Or worse, it could just make the whole situation even bigger than it needs to be.
So if confrontation just doesn't feel right to you, that's completely okay. You have other options, quiet alternatives that can actually be really powerful. You could just mute them. Take a break from seeing their stuff. They'll have no idea. Or if you feel like the connection just isn't worth this hassle, you could just unfollow them for a clean break. And then there's maybe the most powerful option of all. Just ignore it. Respect the boundary they've drawn and channel that energy somewhere else.
And that leads perfectly to this idea. Sometimes the absolute best thing you can do is nothing at all. And that's not being weak, it's a total power move. It's you deciding to live your life unbothered, to not let it get to you, and to save all that precious energy for people who don't make you play guessing games.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final question to think about. When someone puts up a digital wall like this, what does it really say about your real-life connection? Is it a sign of a bigger issue or just a need for space? It's something worth sitting with for a minute as you figure out your next move. Because at the end of the day, your own peace of mind is what matters most.